Hey Aquarius, I'm Treya with Abundant Life Divination, and this is going to be your month ahead reading for November 2022. Now, the area of your life that Spirit wants you to focus on right now is fears. So we'll start there and also pull an oracle card to see what overall energy is surrounding this reading for you. Wow, that was messy, but let's see if we can get back on track here. What's the overall energy surrounding my Aquarius collective for this month? And we have between worlds. So, Aquarius, starting off with the fear being the prominent focus of this month for you, it feels like there's a sense of being stuck between two places. Now, this could be you being stuck between where you are and where it is that you want to be. It could be making a decision between two things in your life, but maybe sort of being afraid to take that next step and sort of get to a different path than one that you're accustomed to. Maybe thinking about changes that are happening around you, shifting into a different chapter of your life that you may be a little bit apprehensive of, maybe a little bit uncertain, and something feels like it might be holding you back a little bit in this moment. So we're going to dive into some tarot and see if we can get a little bit more clarity on the messages that are coming through for you. So starting off with the energy that you're coming into this new month with, what energy are my Aquariuses collecting or bringing into November? And we have the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is all about sort of institution. It's about stability. It's about order. It's about having a solid, stable foundation. And it feels like right now, Aquarius, that you are sort of protecting your peace at all costs. Like there's nothing that you want to do that you want to sort of shake up the way that things are right now. But it almost feels like a sense of something pulling you in a potentially different direction that you may be a little bit hesitant to move forward on. And we have the Two of Swords in reverse. So the Two of Swords is one of my crossroads cards, right? Having to make a decision about what it is that you want to do, who it is that you want to be, how you want to move forward in your life. And with the Two of Swords upright, that's you having to make a decision. And I feel like for you guys that having the Two of Swords in reverse is a little bit of an indicator that you're not really trying to make that choice right now. Like it almost feels that there's a sense of upsetting things, upsetting your peace if you choose to move a little bit differently. So I think for a lot of you out there are options that are available to you, but it's something that you haven't necessarily explored before. It's something that you may not have given a lot of thought to in the past, but it's here now. And it's like, should I, shouldn't I? I don't know. And so it's like you're sort of kicking that can down the road. Like it's a little bit of a procrastination. Like, yeah, I don't want to decide right now. Things are calm. They may not necessarily be the way you want them to be right now, but it's okay, right? There's no chaos, there's no friction, there's no conflict. Things are pretty stable for you. But making this choice may put you on a different trajectory. And it's kind of like, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what to do. I just know that I don't want to disrupt the way that things are right now. So looking at something that you might want to think about leaving behind or moving past, we have the Hanged Man in reverse. So the Hanged Man, when it's upright, can be a card of indecision, but it's also a card of illumination. So if you look at traditional Rider-Waite tarot, the Hanged Man has this sort of golden orb around their head, and that's their period of enlightenment, right? So having this in reverse, it almost feels as though it's now time for you to leave that confusion behind. It feels like there's a sense of you, at some point, you're going to have to make this decision, whether or not you stay on the same path that you've been on, or whether you take the chance to explore this new opportunity that's presenting itself. And we have that clarified by the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is very much a card of thinking about the past, reminiscing, going back to sort of the childhood energy that we all had at one point, where we were excited, where we were sort of, interested in exploring the world and learning new things and having new experiences. And what it feels like that you need to leave behind is not that sense of energy, but the way that you've been operating in the past. It might be time for you to move beyond that, to get out there, and whatever this opportunity is that's come towards you, this is now your chance to really embrace that, to explore it, to try something new in your life. Now, how you can get the most out of this upcoming month in November 2022, we have the Lovers in reverse. And let's clarify that a little bit. But what I'm feeling right now is with the Lovers, there's a sense of calm, there's a sense of security and a sense of protection. But it's something that's, very, very stable. And I think that for you to get the most out of the opportunity that's coming through for you, there's a sense of you needing to sort of let go of this comfort that you're feeling and sort of get in a place of being uncomfortable so that you can take full advantage of what the universe has in store for you. And we have that clarified by the Four of Wands. Now, the Four of Wands is the gateway card. It's 1111. It's foundation. It's happiness. It's stability. So I do think that in you sort of letting go of how you've been operating in the past and exploring something new, it can actually open up the gateway to something that's just as stable, something that's just as fulfilling and foundational of what you currently have. So it's almost like there's a fork in the road. Both forks will lead to your security, something that you're happy with. But if you choose to take the path that you haven't been on before, it's going to be something new. It's going to be something fresh. It's going to be something interesting. It's going to be a little bit uncomfortable, I think, for you in making that initial choice to try this out. But ultimately, you're going to find that you're able to build a pretty good foundation on that. So something that you can explore in November, this is interesting. We have the Eight of Wands. So this is very much a card of action. This is very rapid movement. This is forward progression. It can be a message coming in for you. So those signs and signals that you've been sort of picking up, those little inklings that you have in your spirit that you may be afraid of pursuing, I feel like Spirit is saying that now is the time for you to go ahead and explore that. This opportunity came to you for a reason. It feels like it was divinely guided. And so it might be in your best interest to sort of test out the waters and see what it means for you, see how it feels. So this is you absolutely moving forward and trying things out. And it's almost, I don't want to say that it's a sense of urgency per se, but there's a sense that this opportunity is not going to circle back around for you anytime soon. So it's in your best interest to take advantage of it while it's here. And I understand that there's a bit of hesitation on your part, but it feels like it's going to work out pretty okay, actually. So we also have that clarified by the Queen of Swords in reverse. Now, upright, the Queen of Swords is a very analytical energy, very, very thoughtful. It's someone who approaches things very conscientiously. They can be a little bit sharp. They can be a little bit cutting. They are very blunt. And I almost feel like there's a need for you in this moment to be a little bit flexible and to operate less on your analytical mind and more on your emotional mind. How does this feel to you, right? If you were able to eliminate sort of the fears and get comfortable within this discomfort that you're experiencing in weighing out this new opportunity, if it came to fruition, if everything worked out absolutely perfectly, how would you feel at the end of it? So I feel like universe is asking you to explore your feelings of achieving. What would that mean to you? And lean on that rather than going through the mental exercises of what if this goes wrong, or what if this fails, or what if this doesn't work out. How would you feel if it did? What if everything went by the book and you got exactly what it is that you wanted? How would that impact your life? Positive, negative, somewhere in between? And I suspect that this opportunity that's come towards you is something that would be absolutely amazing if it came to fruition. But the challenge is now getting over your fears, getting out of your comfort zone, and taking that step into the new world. So something to be mindful of for this month, we have the moon. This is things that are hidden. But when we think about what the moon looks like on a dark night, things are illuminated. Even though, it can be midnight, it can be 1 o'clock in the morning, there's light that's shining through that you can actually see your path forward. So, something to be mindful of is that everything is not as ambiguous as it may seem right now. I do believe that you can see that little glimmer of light that's guiding you onto the path that you're supposed to be on, which is why this opportunity came up for you. And look what we have to clarify. We have the Six of Swords, and we also have the Page of Pentacles. Now, the Page of Pentacles is a small message that's coming in, something material, something stable, something foundational. And we also have the Six of Swords that's moving beyond, moving to victory, moving beyond these choppy waters and into a calmer situation for you. So I do think that you need to be mindful of the fact that even though things may seem a little bit uncomfortable, things may seem a little bit unstable at first, if you choose to take this new path, if you choose to take advantage of this opportunity, but there are good things that are coming. So whatever discomfort you might be feeling in the beginning, it's going to settle out. And with this Page of Pentacles, you're starting to see what can be available to you, with the moon illuminating your path going forward. So even though you might be a little afraid to take those first steps, Aquarius, there is something nice and stable waiting for you on the other side. The question is, we're not going to take all of those. The question is whether or not you're going to be able to overcome your fear enough to kind of push through, to be able to take those next steps into the next chapter of your life. And what we have for you is another message from Spirit that says, look forward. So remember, we had the Six of Cups here that really sort of focused on your past, how stable you are, that things are rolling along okay, but there's still that, I think, a little bit of a sense of not being completely fulfilled for you. And this new road that's opening up is offering you the chance to have everything. So Spirit is advising you to not sort of hold on to what it is that you've experienced in the past or this foundation that you've built. They're saying, look forward to the possibilities, to the potentials. Expect the best in taking this new path, because it does feel like it's going to open up a gateway that's going to be just as stable as what you have right now, but with some perks that actually truly, truly make you happy at your core. So Aquarius, that's what I have for you. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this reading, and I will see you on the next one.